The following message has been co-signed by the divine and sponsored by spirits. Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Yeah. Coming to you live from Las Vegas. Once again, I go by Melinda NailFanatic. And I'm back to deliver your latest timeless collective channel message from the download series. So if you're here, it's by divine design. If it resonates, pick it up and run with it. If it doesn't, leave it where you found it. Either way, make your choices and decisions responsibly today, because you'll always be the one with the consequences and repercussions to pay. You have questions, I have answers. You can find those facts on my website, located in the title of this live, raw, real, unscripted, uncut, unedited, unfiltered, sugar-free, because the only thing we sugarcoat around here is these nails broadcast. And after these messages, we'll be right back. Yeah. Okay. So we have pulled your Alpha and Omega messages. Those are sitting up there waiting for the end of the show. And we're going to kick it off with your Bukra message. It says your own little world is going to become enchanted with a new personality who will bring much needed gay activity and exciting possibilities into it. Yes, I love gay activity. I'm just saying, I'm so gay. Okay, gay doesn't just mean homosexual. It means happy. Hello, gay means happy. And then I hear this song from Pharrell, because I'm happy. Come along if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm happy, come along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Okay, so happy coming out. All right. Yeah, your own little world is going to become enchanted, enchantment, encantada. Oh my God, enchantment is filled with magic. Okay, with a new personality. Notice the word new. Personality. They're gonna have a lot of personality. You got personality to walk with personality, talk with personality. Okay, smile with personality. Okay, I don't know the rest of the song, but that's what's coming through. Okay, so new person, personality. Okay, they're gonna bring much needed gay activity. Maybe you need smile. Okay, maybe you need some smiles. Somebody here gonna bring you lots of reasons to smile. Okay, and exciting possibilities. Somebody who I'm picking up on a very adventurous spirit. So it's a new person coming into your world, bringing a lot of magical excitement, energy into it. Okay, and exciting possibilities. I love that. Okay, so from the P&Q Oracle, we have this one here. We have this energy here. Okay, it's Grandma in bed, and then me and Mommy over here on the side, and then Shark Daddy and Shark Boy underneath Grandma's bed. So there's something here about, this card always talks to me about energies that want to reach out and touch you, but they're restricted. They can't. They cannot reach out and touch you no matter how much they want to. Access has been denied. So that energy is there. From the Major Arcana deck, we have the Hermits. Soul search. Ask yourself a question. Is this really what you want? Okay. Have you checked in with your soul self, with your higher self, with your spirits before you took action? Okay. Make sure you do if you have not. All right. There's something here about the journey as well. The Hermit card is one where you go into introspection, okay, and it's also one where there is it's like it's more important to listen to your inner guidance than your outer, like it's not a time to go seeking outside opinions. Don't be talking to your friends and asking them and all that shit. It ain't gonna help you at this time. Okay. From the Lyrical Evolutions deck, we have the song Havana again coming out. I Knew Him Forever in a Minute, That Summer Night in June, from Camila Cabello. Okay, Camila Cabello. Okay, so here's the thing. Did you meet somebody in June and that person is becoming more prominent in your experience at this time? I Knew Him Forever in a Minute. This is talking about a strong connection where you just resonate with somebody, feel so familiar with somebody. That's coming out here. From the Spiritual AF deck, it says, don't be an ungrateful shit. Seriously, if you're reading these cards, you're privileged AF. You can read. Reading is super fucking fantastic. Think about how many generations of people didn't get to read. Fuck yeah, we're not completely fucked. We know how to read. Knowing how to read. Yes, it is a privilege. Everybody does not know how to read. As a matter of fact, what's coming to mind is so many different cultures and societies where women literally were not allowed to learn how to read. They weren't allowed to go to school. So that energy is here. And then on top of that, it's like reading spiritual messages, receiving the spiritual messages. Everybody ain't on that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't in everybody's experience. So, and it's not even just reading spiritual messages from these cards. Okay. It's reading and understanding the communication of your life is the way it's coming through today. So from the Wild Unknown Archetypes, we have the Temple. The Temple. We see the praying hands. Ooh, yes. And when I got on my knees and I said, God, look, I don't usually get on my knees. This doesn't feel comfortable, but I wanted to show respect as I say prayer. Okay, so somebody here got on their knees and said prayer, right? The praying hands are there together. It's card number 39. We have the magic of 369 on this energy here. Card number 39. Let's see what's coming out here with card number 39 from the Wild Unknown Archetypes. The sanctuary, the shrine, the altar. When we think of the temple, we often envision an architectural structure in a far-off land. We're quick to distance ourselves from the sacred, assuming we must expend much effort in order to arrive there. Yet the temple is a universal and omnipresent energy, accessible in the highest and lowest, richest and poorest of places. Visiting the temple might be as simple as stepping into the dappled light of the forest, slowly and sensuously kissing a lover, or closing your eyes to travel inward. This card is a call to re-examine what you pay homage to and what you reject. What do you spend your time worshiping? Your phone, money, material goods? What barriers do you draw between yourself and the sacred? Perhaps there is room on your altar for something new, something surprising. Offer it to the heavens. When light, it's reverence for all life as sanctuary. And when it's dark, it's idolatry, cults, and strict spirituality. Okay. Though indeed the temple travels with you, the card is interwoven with the pilgrim archetype. If you've been longing for a spiritual journey, book your tickets. Somebody's going to be taking a spiritual journey. The ancient yogis saw the body itself as a temple, every function and feature of it as an expression of divinity. Build a shrine with found materials. Don't spend any money, only time. Don't spend any money, only time. So there's the idea of reverence and worship with this temple energy. What do you hold as sacred? What is the sacred? What is the divine? I accept all vibes, not just good vibes only. This is the sound coming through. Okay. All vibes. I've shared it on the channel before. Can't remember who sings it right now. Let's see what we have coming out from the Wild Unknown Alchemy cards today for your message. Want to give a shout out. Who do we have here? First commenter of today, we have Kat. Shout out to Kat. Your birthday's coming up. First commenter of the session. And then shout outs to Miss Des all the way from New Zealand. Trahib. Yes. Let's see what else we have here. Virginia. Trahib in the house. So thankful and grateful. All right, let's see. What do we have from the well-known archetypes for our message today? What is the message today on this most beautiful of days? Okay, they all are the most beautiful of day, but you know, ain't nothing wrong with acknowledging it in the now. It's the most beautiful of day. This card really wants to come out. Okay, those are two. We want one. We'll take the top one. How's that sound? All right, so let's see what we have coming out. Resin. It's card number 38. It talks about resin. Okay. Let's see. Card number 38, resin. It made me think of resonate immediately when I saw resin, but that's just a wordplay similarity, or is it? Let's see. All right. Resin, holding, adhering, surrounding. It made me also think about the qualities of amber. There's a lot of stuff you can find like in museums and in gift shops where they got like creatures that are trapped in amber resin. Okay. And there's like resin you can use for your arts and crafts to make them real glossy and sharp. Sealing. Okay, here we go. Holding, adhering, surrounding. Resin is a miraculous material. It offers both stability and transparency. For centuries, sculptors and archivists have used it to capture an object in time and place, preserving it for observation or adoration. Envision a delicate insect or flower suspended in a paper weight, such as the alchemical energy of resin. Its qualities are protective, sealing, and hardening. When this card appears, there is a holding that's occurring, either literally or psychically. While well-intended, someone may be limiting the one they wish to protect. There may be an aspect of nostalgia at work in the laboratory, an unwillingness to let go or change. On the other hand, the resin card can indicate preservation of that which is most valued, a return to what's been lost. Okay. So is it a return to what's been lost, or is it a restriction of someone you love from moving or from acting because you're holding them in a particular place? Okay. It also says in the book here, with its sap-like stickiness, the resin card affects the whole reading. It indicates the cards that appear are bonded together, and likely you're witnessing an old pairing or pattern. Oh, shit. Okay. They said old pairing or pattern. So when I read this, as soon as I read this, this resin card started to take on the energy of like devil card. But let's see. The original forms of resin came from the boughs of the pine trees and the bee. Let your mind wander into metaphors of pine pitch and propolis. What the heck is propolis? That must have something to do with the bee. We're going to dig down this hole. What's the definition of propolis? Definition. Propolis, a red or brown resinous substance collected by honeybees from tree buds, used by them to fill crevices and to seal and varnish honeycombs. Okay. Let's see, propolis. Hold on a second. Let's see, propolis. I wonder if something will come up when I put in metaphysical. I'm just curious. It's an automatic propolis. Okay, here we go. Propolis and its extracts have numerous applications in treating various diseases due to its antiseptic, anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, antibacterial, antibiotic, antifungal, anti-ulcer, anti-cancer, and immunomodulatory properties. Somebody here needs some propolis. They're talking about propolis cream. Okay. Everything here that I'm seeing seems to be very much on the medical side. I'm not seeing anything in the metaphysical. Interesting. So somebody here could be using propolis. You might need to get honeycomb to get propolis. Okay. So yeah, somebody here had a medical concern. Is something, when I read about the propolis is beneficial for you, check it out. Do more research. Maybe that's your homeopathic cure that you've been looking for. Yeah, because there's something about, you're not wanting to use the chemicals, but the bond is of point that it wants to bring up from this resin for our reading today, because we talked about the sacred with the temple. We talked about sacred energies, and then we're talking about the bond. Okay, a sealing. I heard sealing of the deal, a sealing, not a ceiling above, a sealing as in a closing off, as in a surrounding, as in an encapsulation, encapsulated nails. Yes, I love encapsulated nails. All right. The bond and the sacred. Okay, so there's something here about transparency as well, because resin provides a transparent covering that solidifies something in time. They talked about paperweights. You see a lot of them with little scorpions in them, butterflies in them, bees in them, all sorts of little creatures and flowers and stuff. It just like, it preserves. So there's something here about persevering, coming through your sacred worship. Yes. Are you praying in bed? Are you praying in bed? Are you praying in bed yes. Are you praying at your bed for your children, your grandchildren, okay, for the protection of those you love? Are you praying for a connection to be preserved, to be safeguarded, to be protected? Okay. Your privilege is fuck. Let's see what else we have coming out from the Pleiadian Oracle for today's message. Here we go. Universal knowledge. Now, we talked about this before, and when I saw this, it was like walking right up at the top there, and it's something about crossing from a lack of awareness into full awareness. Okay, let's see what the book has to say. It's card number 11. 11 is the Justice card. It also, card number 11, the number 11 is right now strongly looking to me like the dude at the end of the runway when you're landing your plane, and he's zooming like this, and he's guiding it to its parking spot. That's the energy. So let's see what we have with the universal knowledge. There's been a great deception on your planet that has resulted in the masses losing touch with the greater story of their star ancestry. Covered up by false education, colonization, and a corrupt media conglomerate, the human race has been led to believe that they have simply evolved from apes. Although the genetical makeup of the Homo sapiens has many similarities to these species, there is also many flat-out deceptions that have been infused by false powers to create a block into fully understanding one's true star origins and the truth of why one is here. In order then to tap into this greater universal story, it is paramount that one detoxes from all colonized history and education system that places emphasis on Western knowledge while discrediting other sources. In particular, is the opportunity to tune into the library that is themselves. Here in the temple of the self rests soul and genetic knowledge that is held in one's DNA. Know that your DNA is a databank to your species story, and no matter the outside manipulation, the truth can never be taken from within. The card of universal knowledge arrives when there is a greater story that needs to be presented, which is currently being withheld. Now is the time to question, seek beyond what is told, and explore the truth of what you think you know. Do not fall blindly into any narratives of what is presented, and trust your gut on what may or may not feel right. The star guides are imploring you to not blindly follow what others are saying in this moment, but tap into your reservoirs of self-knowing. An alternative meaning of this card can indicate stepping out of the mind and into the heart. Make this a moment to break free from the confinement of mental loops and enter into the freedom of presence. Self-knowledge always prevails. Additional meanings are deception, depth, revealings, independence, truth, free thinking, and question the situation. Okay, question the situation. There's something here about, are your beliefs limiting you? Are they keeping you in a stuck in a same position that's not allowing for your growth? There's something here about that. Okay, there's also the energy of don't believe the hype. Like people, if it's a mass program message, if all the news channels are reporting the same story, question everything. And of course it would come up on the anniversary of the 9/11 attacks, conspiracies, the operation. I mean, did you see those interviews with people who were in the video and they confirmed that they were paid actors? It reminds me so much of if you've watched any of the Marvel stuff where what was the episode about with the Mandarin? The Mandarin was a terrorist who was bombing all these different people and killing and taking hostages and all this stuff. But he didn't know it because he was literally just an actor. Yeah, he was literally just an actor who was being paid and working out of a studio recording shit. He thought he was making a fucking movie, okay? Come to find out, like, they took his little movie and they were actually committing acts of terrorism, okay? So there's something here about that type of energy here. And I feel like that spirit revealing more about the whole 9/11 thing. So to any of you who truly did lose your family, I'm not saying that didn't happen. I believe you. My condolences on your losses, right? And with this being an anniversary, it could be a very difficult time for you. However, it is coming through that there was definitely some plans in that, okay? And I feel like God is going to be breaking out. There could be more information coming out about the truth of that, okay? There's been a lot has been exposed about that, from the cutting of the structural beams and just a whole bunch of shit, okay? A whole freaking bunch of shit. And so much. So I don't want to go too deeply into that, but definitely that energy is coming out. It's also like question everything. If the mass media is telling it to you, question everything. Trust your inner guidance came through. Yeah. And that was the main energy with the Hermit energy. Here we are in Virgo season, and Hermit card does represent the energy of Virgo. All right. The number 9 with that Hermit card, it was speaking now as well, talking about, so look at that. We have 9/11. 9/11 on the reading. That's freaking highly synchronistic. Okay. Yeah, question the mass media, but there's something here about philanthropy that wants to come out as well. Okay. So let's see what we have from the Visionary I Ching cards. What is the message for the download today? We have 2. Okay, so let's see what's coming out. I was planning to take one. They said take them both. I'm like, okay. So the first one we have is youthful folly. Mountain above and water below. Youthful folly. And I feel like this is the energy on one hand. Okay, it could be in the past. And the second card came out, repairing the damage. Yes, this is what's coming up. So youthful folly talks about like making mistakes of the youth, unknowing, unwitting. And the way it's coming through right now is like unwitting participants. There's been a lot of shit, like we were just talking about, whole productions that they put on, you know? Shit, if they could sell all them fucking tickets to Coachella to go see a motherfucking hologram performance, I mean, what else are they fucking selling you that's fake as fuck? Okay, I'm just saying, like, literally, the energy is coming through the reading today. Like, what else have they been selling that's fake as fuck? Okay, there's been some ignorance, youthful folly that has led to a situation, and what's coming up is repairing the damage. Okay, so youthful folly is card number 4, and 4 is the Emperor card. 4 talks about the authority of the system, right? Okay, authority, world authority, authority figures. Okay, let's see what it says. Be on guard for the careless or rebellious attitudes characteristic of inexperience. Just as the youth requires instruction, this is a good time for us to focus on learning lessons from a patient teacher or from life experience. Is there a circumstance in your life that you have failed to comprehend? Perhaps you didn't appreciate its inherent complexities. Be respectful of anything or anyone who has something to teach you right now. If you are focusing on a relationship, ask yourself which of you is currently the student and which of you is the sage. If you are a parent, ask yourself, who is being the teacher, my child or me? In order to be ready for challenging times, let education be an ongoing part of your life. Develop the necessary mindset and willpower to carry you through confusing times. The wise realize that experience, especially difficult experience, is the most powerful teacher, but we cannot be forced to learn even from experience. Be the humble student who delights in learning, the one who nourishes and expanding awareness. Examine your attitude for factors that would limit your openness. Observe how you deal with the mistakes of others. Let people live their own lives and learn their own lessons. You may offer them your wisdom or advice, but do so only if they are receptive. Give up trying to convince others that you are right, as is both exhausting and counterproductive. Instead, allow others to perceive even into difficult or dangerous circumstances. It may be the only way they can learn, and without learning, no one can achieve success. Care without forcing attention. Trying to take care of someone who is unwilling can actually be harmful. Live and let learn. So, yeah, there's a strong message here. Like in the past, you had to let go of something and just let them fucking figure it out. You want to go jump out and fall on your face? Well, fucking, I told you it was going to happen. I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you that's not the direction you want to go. You don't want to listen. Okay, well, fall on your face then. I can't stop you. I can't force you. I can't make you. I fucking love you. I wish you would have heard me when I told you. That is not the best decision. But you want to go fucking do it anyways. Boom, here you are. Okay, you got to let them have their experiences. If they don't want to learn from listening, well, experience will be a hell of a teacher. All right, the second card that came out, I feel like this person is now ready or will be ready to repair the damage. Mountain above, wind below. Repairing the damage is card number 18. Okay, so let's see what we have from the book on this card. Repairing the damage. When something is rotting, it's time to repair the damage. In the world of human affairs, self-indulgence and corruption grow like weeds in an untended garden. They must be faced squarely and rooted out through bold action. Eliminating corruption and the sloppiness that leads to it is an ennobling human enterprise as it clears the way for fresh new beginnings. Such repair efforts ultimately lead to supreme success. This is a time to be lean and efficient. The weeds must be rooted out before the whole garden is lost. Fighting decay, indifference, and corruption is not a simple matter. The steps must be evaluated carefully. Hold on a second. Okay. Fighting decay, indifference, and corruption is not a simple matter. The steps must be evaluated carefully, and planning should precede action. Resist the temptation to strike out prematurely. Gather strength around you and marshal your inner resources. Arresting decay requires strong effort. When you do act, pay close attention to the process. Make your strike as precise and clear as the path of the surgeon's knife. So what I'm seeing, hold on a second, is on the macrocosmic. First off, on the spiritual level, there's been some false perspectives. There's been some lies. There's been some deceptions up in this. But guess what? It's time for all that shit to get cleared up. I also see in our world authority system, there's been corruption. That corruption being dealt with, but it's going to take strong, swift action. And let me tell you something. When this corruption is finally dealt with, when it's finally brought to a head and it's finally taken down, this is going to be a big shock for a lot of society. I see that. Okay. Now, there is the opportunity to realize what society has been bound to that is false in this. Okay, so it's like somebody tried to trap society in a place based off of some false awareness. They tried to like block human growth, block something that shit doesn't work. There's been prayers that created a breakthrough. I see that. Okay, humanity as a whole was very unknowing. They just didn't know shit. They just didn't know better. You didn't know that they would ever stage some fucking terrorist events. And if you think that was the first one or the last one, you got another thing coming, Missy. There's a whole lot. I mean, they did a whole bunch of interviews with people about all types of different things that have happened. Even the dude with the whole man on the moon shit, even he got caught in an interview saying some shit. Okay, I'm just saying, there's so much. All those people from, where were they from, Guatemala or whatever, they came here. They weren't from El Salvador. I don't know. They were from somewhere down south. And they, and they got caught up. Apparently, they were paid actors too. You know what I'm saying? There's so much shit. That is why they want to keep people in fear. They want to keep people in fear. So there's something here about pray for the protection, praying for clarity to see through all the illusions. So we're going to just invoke that energy here and now, the clarity to see through the illusions of mass programming. Okay, there's that. Okay, and in regards to a personal experience as well, seeing through the illusions that will skew your view of experience that you have right now, which is really blessed. Okay, really blessed. Somebody here in a personal experience, I feel like something here, you felt a strong connection, but fears came up. You had to stop asking yourself a question, and you had to get in touch with your spirituality and realize, like, what was it you were trying to protect yourself from? What is this that's keeping you in a certain place? Okay, there was some things you didn't know in the past. Now it's time to repair that damage. It's time to come out of the lack of awareness and come into the full light of knowing. Okay, out of the lack of awareness and into the full light of knowing. All right, so we're going to get into these tarot cards now. And for our first deck, we're going to use the Osset Gypsy Tarot to show the situation that is coming through. Okay, situation, 7 of Pentacles in the past energy, 7 of Pentacles in the current energy. We have the Page of Cups in the current energy in this situation. All right, in the unfolding energy, what's the prediction in this situation, please? And thank you. What do we have is the King of Cups. Okay. All right. The bottom of the deck in this situation we have is the 2 of Pentacles. I'm looking at 2 energies that have been kept at a distance, kept at bay, kept. It's like there's a separation, just like that resin separates whatever is being protected inside of it from the outside world. Okay, but somebody here knows what they want. Somebody here has been tending to their own garden. Somebody here has been knowing what they want. I just see here somebody. It's like you put something in a shelf and you say, don't touch it. It's just like in the story of creation. The tree of the knowledge of good and bad. Of all the trees in the garden you may eat, but of the one tree you must not eat. Well, what the fuck did they do? They were right for the one tree they were told not to eat. Parents, this is one thing I tell you too. I tell it to my daughter. I wish I had known this when I was younger, but now that I know it, it's the same as what we talk about here on the channel for ourselves as adults every day, which is speak into existence what you want, not what you don't want. In other words, don't tell your children, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't go jumping on the sofa. Don't go climbing. Don't touch. Do this. Instead, we want to tell them, do this, do that. Keep your feet on the ground. So I had to learn with my grandchildren. I started getting real good at this. It went from don't be jumping on the sofas to keep your feet on the floor. Your feet belong on the floor. Your butt belong on the sofa. It went like that. I started really realizing this when Princeton was able to crawl and walk. Even from the time he was just crawling, that boy was crawling in and out of his high chair. He used to scare the shit out of me. But I knew that if I let fear take over and if I pronounce fearful things over him, that he will be more likely to fall. So I refrained from that. Instead, I said, Princeton, hold on tight. Make sure, be careful where you put your feet. I would tell him stuff like that. Yeah, I know that's kind of weird. Most parents would be like, get down from there. Yeah, no, I didn't tell him that. Because here's one thing that I already had in mind from raising his mother, which is children are going to do what the fuck they want to do. And if they know you don't want them to do it, they just gonna do it behind your motherfucking back, okay? From raising his mother, from being a child myself, I figured this stuff out that way. So I would tell him, hold on tight, watch where you put your feet, make sure you hang on tight, be very careful while you're up there, And this is good because my grandson, he's still to this day, he's gonna climb. He's gonna fucking climb. If there's a playground, he's not gonna be in the slide or on the swings. He's gonna be on the bars atop of it, where most of us wouldn't think of going. Yeah. This the framework of it. He gonna be climbing. The boy is climbing. I feel like that boy might be a stunt man in his future because he loved doing weird shit, crazy shit like that. Anyways, the point is, speak what you want to see, not what you don't want to see. It helps accomplish so much more. On the other side of the table, we have the Tarot of the Moors. In the bottom of the deck is the Fall of Granada, which is the Tower energy. The Tower energy. And we have, this looks like a sacred site, okay? A sacred site that is being struck by lightning. So there's an epiphany, there's a download, there's some awareness coming through. Somebody here had like, whoa, it's a wake up. It's a major wake up moment, an awakening moment. Okay, some shit fell apart in somebody's life. And now as a result of everything that fell apart in their life, they have more awareness. They have new understanding. They have, somebody here had a lot of loss. Circumstances changed in life. I'm getting a trading places energy. Somebody here had some loss. They had somebody fell down. There was a fall from grace. I'm hearing a fall from grace. Somebody had a epiphany, an awareness about their spiritual background, about their religious upbringing. I see that energy here as well. In the past energy on their side of the table, you have the sun. Yeah. New awareness. Okay. Realization. Somebody had a major realization. It came in really quickly. And as I'm looking at this sun card, it is a understanding about the way things come together, putting the dots together in your life. Somebody here had an epiphany, a realization, putting the dots together in their life, seeing how all things come together. Somebody here, they were just asking for it, okay? And it's like all of a sudden, things get clear. This person found, this could have helped them. I see this help them lighten their load. They could found more happiness as a result of understanding. I'm hearing that all things work together for God's glory. Okay. So there's something here about understanding the reasons for all these different major experiences that happen in somebody's life. That's what's coming up here. Interesting. Emphasis on over the last 3 years, because the 3 of Pentacles just showed itself. Okay, so I also see that some of these people, they didn't want necessarily this clarity. They didn't realize what they wanted. It's like there was something else they wanted, they asked, they were curious about, and boom, within that answer came so much more that just made a whole bunch of other dots come together, okay, about how they needed to tend to their own garden, about how life was working together to show them what to, it's like, I'm hearing past life review. I'm hearing past life review, reviewing of their last experiences in their life, reviewing of major life experiences and how they come together, okay. In the current energy, they have the Two of Swords. They're sitting with this. They're pondering the future. So because they've had realization about some stuff about their past, now this person is sitting, pondering what to do next, okay? Trying to get the idea clear. There's something here they have not seen still. There's something here still that this one has not seen, okay? But they have a decision to make. They're trying to make a decision. Somebody is trying to make a decision about what they want intuitively, because they've learned that every decision they make along the way has consequences and repercussions. Okay, it's a ripple effect. I'm seeing a ripple effect. Yeah. I'm literally seeing the ripple effect in this card here. You can see the ripple effect, right? So somebody here came to realize like their decisions have long-term consequences and repercussions. So they're making More intuitive decision based off of what's the ripple effect going to be of this. Okay, somebody here. Let's see what's unfolding for this person. They have the nine of this, great gains. Okay, applying spirituality to their physical life, bringing spirit into the everyday life. I do see that this person has been soul searching, looking within, trying to get the guidance and the clarity about their experience, okay, and the direction on where to go. The decision that they're making right now is going to take them to great gains, wealth, prosperity, independence. They're going to be very independent in this energy moving forward. Okay, the Nine of Pentacles also is something about taking what they've learned, okay, applying that wisdom and making more wise decisions, now aware of the ripple effects that it causes across time and your experience and their personal experience, and their personal experience. They gonna make choices differently that is gonna lead them to greater independence, stability, financial independence and financial stability. At the bottom of the deck in your energy, you have the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is there's a desire to put something into action. You've already taken the step you could. Okay, you've already taken the step you could. Now it's just like waiting for timing to come together. Waiting for time to come together. You have this opportunity. You want to shoot your shot. You've been wanting to shoot your shot. You've been ready to shoot your shot. Okay, there's something here about you've been ready to shoot your shot. You had this opportunity in your hands. Okay, what you gonna do with it? I'm hearing what you're gonna do with it. Okay, and I'm seeing there's been a desire for partnership to work together with someone, but it seemed like it's been so far away. Somebody needed to have a realization. Somebody here, you had information in your hand. You were praying for somebody else to get it. Okay, you were praying for somebody else to get some awareness of the information that you had. I see also for some of you, there's somebody or some ones that are at a distance from you physically, a physical and geographical distance, even a spiritual distance, an awareness distance. And I see prayer, intention, and focus going to close the gap on this distance, to bring it together. Okay, so to bring two physical bodies together or more. But I see the number 2 here with the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Wands at the bottoms of the deck, to bring these energies together from a distance, and where it is applying to spiritual awareness, to bridge a gap between awareness, which equals a lot of awareness coming in for the one who didn't have it. Okay, so that there could be a meeting of the minds, a meeting of the spirits. There's something here about that. Let's look at your cards that came out from the Tarot Mystical Moments in your energy in the past. There's the Tower. Yeah. So the other person having the Tower, you've also had the Tower moment. Okay. Interesting. The Tower has shown up in both of your experiences. Okay. And it's like, even though it's crumbling in this image, it's like you want to hold on to it. This lady is hugging the Tower. So you were trying to hold on to something, but it needed to crumble. It needed to have a breakdown. You couldn't hold it in place. You were trying to keep something or someone in place. I feel strongly of someone. You were trying to help hold somebody together. You couldn't do it because here's the thing, the way this person's life had gone so far, and with all the dots that was connecting in their experience, they needed to have this breakdown. Everything needed to come down so that they could see the truth of some things. In the current energy from your side of the experience, you have the King of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This is about taking action. This is about being ambitious, active, going for what you want, marching to the beat of your own drum. Marching to the beat of your own drum. There's something here about, as you march into the beat of your own drum, somebody else intuitively senses that, okay? They intuitively sense it, okay? And what's unfolding, you're heading for a goal, and what's unfolding, you have the King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, clarity, knowing, okay? Communication. So you have your actions are leading to communication. Your actions are leading to clarity, I'm hearing the word outreach, okay? You're going to know exactly what to do coming up. You're watching as somebody is having more financial growth and prosperity. You're looking at somebody who is ideal, okay, for you. There's taking action now to repair the damage from the tower that fell down in the past. Somebody here is trying to repair the damage from the tower that fell down in the past. Do you now have a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius person in your experience? Okay, interesting. The bottom of the deck is the Queen of Cups from the Divine Mind. We're using the God deck today. And the Queen of Cups at the bottom of the deck from the God deck is saying, you knew what it was. You're intuitive. You're psychic. We give you the download. You could sense it. You could feel it. Yeah, that definitely gives this energy here with this Two of Wands from the Tarot of Mystical Moments. She senses something. She holds an opportunity in her hand. She's got the whole world in her hand, but she sees an opportunity. She sees something that's kind to her spirit. Okay, to get that, there's got to be a breakdown of some foundation from the Divine Mind. The Ten of Swords, there was an ending. There was an ending. Yeah. Somebody needed to learn something. Somebody needed to see something. They needed to go back to their past. They needed to go back to their past to put together some dots, some information. Aww. I just saw a child who was raised by one parent, who always longed for the presence of another parent. Why did you make me leave? I could have been with my family. I could have been with my dad. I could have been over there with all my family, all this stuff, right? And there's somebody here whose journey has taken him back just right there while you've been busy yelling at your mama about what you could have had, what should have been, what you thought you needed. They go back to the past. Oh, when they do that, they find all types of shit that they didn't even know that was really going on. Now, all of a sudden, they're starting to see clearly, like, why the fuck their mother had to get them out of there, why they had to leave a situation. Somebody here, you knew you had to let go of something, but whoever this was in your experience, they didn't understand why you had to let go. This person has to look back at their past to get the clarity about where they were going. Meanwhile, while they busy doing that, here you are, you steady focus on the future. You steady focus on the future. You making intuitive, wise decisions, okay, following the beat of your own drum in the current energy from the Divine Mind. You have the Sun. Look at that. You in your power. You see clearly. And this other person, while you're busy taking action, handling your business, doing what you need to do, marching to the beat of your own drum, somebody else here is intuitively, they're getting the download, they're getting awareness, they're starting to see the situation from before in another light. They're starting to see what it was with greater sense of clarity. Their intuition is showing them. They're getting epiphanies about why this happened, why that happened, why I couldn't be here, why I couldn't be there, why this person wasn't part of my life, why that person wasn't part of my life, why everything happened the way it did. Somebody is getting the clarity of that because they needed that to move forward. This is going to help this person have a breakthrough. It's going to help them release emotional attachments to what was and grow the fuck up emotionally. Instead of acting like a fucking spoiled brat who don't know better, youthful folly, they're now realizing, like, dude, I got to fix this, repairing the damage. I got to fix this. And so they're going to put their energy and their focus into that from the Divine Mind. Moving forward, we have the Emperor. Growth and expansion, okay? Somebody is bossing up. They're going to take action to repair the damage, okay? They're going to invest in it. They're going to find their stability. It's like somebody here, in order to get ahead, they had to review the past. In order to move on, they had to look back. It's like you had to put it in reverse before you could go forward. You had to reverse out of the parking spot you found yourself in and twist that wheel, give it a turn your perspective of the information in order to drive ahead towards where you were going. I'm even seeing, like, when I do chakra moving energy, when I move people's chakras, you know, as part of a healing process that they ask for, I'm always guided to first turn the chakra in reverse to break loose anything that's holding it in place, and then move it forward. Then move it forward. That's how I work when I work with chakra energies and energy clearings. When I do this is how I operate, because Spirit showed me, like, if you take it in reverse first, you clear out what was, and then you bring it forward with the new energy, moving it to the forward. Okay, now, for somebody here, why you really need to know this, whether you're playing singing bowls or you're moving chakras, to the left is reverse, it's going to the past, it's taking out, it's removing. To the right is bringing in, it's the new, it's forward. Okay? Somebody here, you really needed to know that. Show me more about the situation here in the past. I got my handmade oracles in my hand here. Let's see. Clarify this Seven of Pentacles in the past. Yeah, it was time for two people to tend to their own garden. You could have wanted to really hold on to this person, but they were on a journey. They needed to go find their power. They took a decision. They made a decision to take action, to go get more awareness. Okay, you had to let them tend to their own garden. You know, sometimes they want to learn the hard way. You can't stop them. Let's get the clarity about that situation. Dump. Yeah. Dump. Somebody needed to go back to the past so they could dump off all the garbage from the past. In the current energy, this person now, they're seeing things that they were refusing to see in the past. Before, they were unaware of their childish perspectives. They have very limited knowledge. Now, as they look back at the past, they're gaining a different perspective that's going to help them move forward in a more powerful way. This person is realizing that it's time. It's time to look at things differently and to step into their power. Okay, it says, I think, I feel, I see, I do, I act, I be, I love. These are steps for materialization. First, think about what you want, then feel it, then see yourself living that, then do the things that are brought into your experience to take you there. Act as if you have it already, become it, and you're going to love it. Yeah. Okay. Also, there's some question I have here. In the beginning of this, what do you desire and why? What do I desire and why? How does the attainment of it feel? I see myself satisfied. I follow Spirit's guidance. I act as if it is. I be it. I am it. It is me. Okay, becoming. There's a becoming happening. All right, let's see. What's the energy of the prediction here? What's unfolding in this? What is the future? What is happening? Okay, what is being revealed? The kindness you've shown today will be repaid in kind by another person along the way. So there's somebody here who's realizing that they... As they look back at the past, they're able to release the past, okay? And anywhere where they put energy out like that is coming back from somewhere else, okay? The bottom of the deck, before I knew it, it happened. This is something that happened quite suddenly, sudden changes, sudden epiphany, sudden awareness, sudden movement, okay? Somebody's realizing, like, there's nothing to be done about the past. It's necessary to move forward. It is necessary to move forward. Well, let's see this situation a little bit deeper on your side of the table. I have the healing oracle crystal reading cards. Let's see what we have on your side in this. Get a little bit deeper, please, and thank you. Show me your energy in the past. Spirit quartz, music. You are tuning to a frequency. Music was highly influential. Some of you had epiphanies and realizations through music, okay, that helped you realize when somebody left, they put on a beautiful song that spoke to your spirit. Okay, in your current energy, it's healing, malachite. You have very healing energy and you move forward with that. I even talked about some of the way I do spiritual energetic clearings and healing services. Okay, so that is possible here. And in this image of malachite, it looks like two hearts coming together to me. And each of these hearts has other connections, but there are two hearts coming together very powerfully, very much connected in a beautiful way. Okay. Let's see what's unfolding in your energy. What's unfolding in your energy? What's the prediction? What will be, what will be, what will be? One card, please. Why is there a delay? Because you're going to have to wait on it, I heard. Awakening crystal. Something is going to awaken, and this is emotional healing. There's an emotionally healing experience is happening as somebody is coming into realization. There's an emotionally healing experience coming in for you because you've been healing. Okay. Animals. This is about, with the bottom of the deck being animals, this is something to do with a lot of instinctual behavior. I'm getting instinctual behavior in the past. Okay. Instinct. Okay. It's something here about you being a healer moving forward. Moving forward, not only are you healing yourself, but you're healing your connections, you're healing experiences with others. Let's see. Let's get some more guidance for you guys. We'll pull first from the Dragon Oracle cards for guidance for you moving forward in this. Yeah. And just remember that you are privileged as fuck. You know, you are very privileged. Somebody here, that's the big awakening. They're realizing how they've been privileged their whole life. Okay, they're realizing they've been privileged their whole life. They're going to take that privilege that they're realizing now and move forward and create abundance and prosperity for themselves, things that they were refusing to see. They haven't seen abundance and prosperity that was right in front of them. As a result, they might have been having a lot of lack in their experience. But now there's a healing that's happening as you can continue marching to the beat of your own drum. This person is going through a healing from reviewing their past experiences, okay, from a different light that is helping them come into awakening. Now this person is going to grow, okay, they're going to evolve. From the dragons, we have the black dragon. The black dragon is coming out today. The color black is a very protective color, okay? Let's see what the book has to say about this black dragon. The black dragon is on card number 52. The year 1952 was very significant for somebody who was born that year. 5 is the Hierophant, thank you. The Hierophant, and 2 is the High Priestess. This is a spiritual coupling. This is a spiritual coupling. I'm hearing this spiritual couple is protected. Okay. All right. From the black dragon, it cocoons you so that your divine potential grows. Meditate, reflect, undergo a metamorphosis. Fifth dimensional black dragons are very powerful. They only come to us when we are ready to nurture a new idea or concept that will enable our divine potential to grow. Black is the ultimate feminine, divine feminine color, the shade of mystery and magic, of secrets and hidden hopes. When we are prepared to surrender to the black dragons, they will cocoon us in silky black energy, and as we rest within this safe, dark space, they will enable the new to develop within us. Eventually, we will emerge, like a butterfly having undergone a profound metamorphosis. The guidance is that choosing this card today suggests it's a time to rest. For it's during such moments of relaxation that divine projects, creative ideas, or a new way of thinking are conceived. In times of peace and stillness, fresh seeds and ideas can grow. The mighty black dragons wish to create a dark cocoon for you now so that you can germinate new and sprout. You are asked to accept their guidance and assistance, for it will serve your spiritual growth. Take time to meditate or reflect, and these dragons will surround you with their breath. This will allow the opportunity that is being presented to you to take root. When you are ready, the black dragons will help you to nurture the new growth. Ask them to help you hold your vision until it comes to glorious fruition. They will also be working with you in your sleep state, so you may be aware of their presence. Acknowledge their help. Expect to be different and be ready to spread your wings. Yes. So any period of darkness, isolation, a lack of awareness, a lack of outside influence is going to help you come out in your power like never before. Okay, if you are on your own, there is a reason you are on your own at this time. Let's look more about where your soul is taking you at this time with the soul's journey lesson cards. What's the soul's journey lesson for you at this time in this energy? What's the soul journey lesson for you at this time in this energy? Please and thank you. Here we go. One card, please. What's the most valuable message you have here about the soul journey and the lesson at this time? Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. There is a calling here to be honest with yourself, okay? Honesty in the book is on page 62. That's the Lover's card and the High Priestess. So it's like a choice that you make helps lead to greater awareness, epiphanies, downloads. Being truthful with others is a slippery business. You're expected to tell and expect to be told white lies. No one wants their feelings hurt, but sometimes a strong dose of reality is needed. No one can tell you definitively in what circumstances an untruth would be better, but honesty is usually the best policy. You and only you know in your heart when the time is right to be totally honest. The only time you must be absolutely truthful is when you are addressing yourself. You must at all times present yourself authentically to those around you. Only by being yourself do you draw in the people and circumstances that you most need to learn from. So when you're honest from yourself, when you're honest with yourself about your situation, you're going to attract experiences that's going to help you understand your own honesty better, understand your own self better. There's something here about that. Let's get some guidance for you from the numerology guidance cards. What's the message here of most value for my love and peace and happiness? Try heave. They said, Soplalo. Ooh, and I heard my singing bowls going off with that one. Yeah, so let's see. What's the most valuable guidance you have for the tribe at this time from this numerology guidance card decks, please, and thank you. And we have Pride, card number 19. Rainbow Tribe in the house. Pride, yay. Okay, let's see what we have from this deck for you right now. Card number 19. The card number 19 is the sun. We had sun energy here twice in our reading today. So there's definitely clarity coming through. It says this card indicates a need to swallow your pride to improve your current situation and your quality of life. By admitting when you're wrong and choosing to see another's point of view, whether this person is right or wrong, you are raising your vibration, which brings you closer to your dreams. The bottom line is, if you want to create a happy, harmonious life, you must let go of your need to be right or in control. To overpower, belittle, or punish another goes against the nature of your soul and takes you out of alignment. Yet when you have the courage to own up to your mistakes, you align yourself with Source. Admitting when you're wrong builds character, inner strength, and self-esteem. It opens the door for resolution and creates better relationships with others. Stubbornness and pride get you nowhere, but humility and compromise bring you closer to the realization of your dreams. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to rise above your ego. Rather than go it alone because you're too stubborn to back down, you must cooperate with others. When you swallow your pride, you can make your dreams come true. I admit my mistakes and improve my quality of life. Admitting mistakes is a big deal right now. They want me to pull Sacred Self-Care Oracle card. What is the Sacred Self-Care guidance? What does the tribe need for their own sacred self-care at this time? What's the most beneficial action they can take to assist them in embracing the opportunity in front of them right now, please and thank you? What's the message? Journal, card number 29. Journal. So writing could be very, very helpful at this time. Writing the lessons of the past, making a list of what you want in the future, intentions. Writing down, I'm hearing writing down anywhere where you made missteps that you would like to do differently in the future. Okay, there's something here about writing. Okay. Abundant wisdom resides within me. Journaling is a profoundly intimate and powerful practice at one that provides a safe space for self-expression and channeling wisdom. It's just what you need to get your thoughts in order and to process emotions. If you are unsure where to start, try writing about what's currently happening in your life or about whatever comes into your mind. Surrender to your stream of consciousness. Don't worry if it comes out looking like chicken scratch or if it appears incoherent. It doesn't need to be pretty. The process of writing free from expectation will allow you to exercise different parts of your brain. It will get you in a groove that will undoubtedly lead to more enlightening insights. Journaling will help you keep track of your progress and see how far you are coming in various areas of your life. So put pen to paper and see what it is within you that needs to be expressed. What thoughts or stories would be helpful for you to write about to gain more clarity? So use the ability to write, to read and write, but to write in particular, to get more clarity about your life experience, about what you are being shown at this time. All right, let's see what the ancestors, what wisdom can the ancestors assist you to receive at this time. There's wisdom from your ancestors. Let's see what we have from the messages from the ancestors. Oracle cards. What's the most valuable message you have for the living peace and happiness? Try here at this time. Please and thank you by divine design. Okay, ancestors, come through, ancestors. What you want to tell them, what you want to tell your babies, what you want to tell them. Come on, ancestors. What's the most valuable message? Here we go. It says musician. And music was in your energy from the spirit quartz earlier. So let's see what the book has to say about the musician energy. I see this lady. She's sitting by the tree. She's sitting by the tree and she's beating her drum. Okay. Sound card number. It's on page 124. So that's hangman energy and emperor energy. I hear seeing a different perspective about the patriarchy, about your father, and about authority. Okay. The origin of music likely occurred when our prehistoric forebears listened to naturally occurring sounds and rhythms and made attempts to mimic them. They undoubtedly incorporated patterns and repetition and varied the pitch, quality, and volume to produce simple songs and rhythms. The first musical instrument was in all likelihood the human voice, which can create a vast range of sounds, including humming, singing, and whistling, as well as clicking, coughing, and yawning. As long as we humans could hear, there has been a continuous array of sounds that resonate in our bodies, minds, and souls, urging us as listeners to recreate and expand on what was heard. From these primal beginnings, the creation of melodic and rhythmic songs evolved from simple to complex, imprinted with the diversity and influence of the culture in which they originated. The vast array of musical choices available today provides evidence of how music is an integral part of the human experience. Pause for a few moments. Listen intently. Notice what you hear. Can you hear and feel the pulsations of your heartbeat? The soft sound and sensation of your breathing with its quiet, steady rhythm? Pay attention to the sounds around you. Notice them without evaluating, analyzing, or interpreting them. When you go into nature, what do you hear? Perhaps it's the chirping of crickets on a warm summer night or the soft whispers of trees dancing with the breeze. Imagine yourself there now and notice how you feel. Like your long ago ancestors, try to recreate and express the sounds you hear. You are capable of creating music whether you claim it or not. This ancestor is urging you to recapture the magic of making music, a creative expression that soothes, stirs, and incites the soul. Let go of any self-consciousness and allow yourself to appreciate music as an integral part of your life. So music, some of you have careers in music that you haven't acknowledged, that you haven't addressed. Okay, that's going to be coming up if that's you. You're going to be finding experiences in the near future that are going to take you right up to that path, right up to the doorway. Okay. The other thing I got was pay attention to what kind of music you're listening to. If you were listening to a bunch of sad, breakup, cheater, liar, hate music in the past, notice how that literally that energy pervaded your life and led to a bunch of fallouts, fall downs, breakups, all of that, shattering, earth-shattering experiences. They're saying if you're going to listen to music, we started off talking about the song Happy. Yeah, be more discriminate about what music you are listening to and use that voice. Sing out some beautiful songs. We had a reading recently that talked about prayer and song. Singing and prayer, using your voice to create a beautiful sound. There's something here also. They're showing a meme that I created a long time ago. I don't even know where it's at, but it's like it showed Granny separating Sylvester and Tweety Bird, and she's like, got them both like this, right? And the words that I put on it said, if you don't have nothing nice to say, keep your mouth shut. So if you're going to open your mouth, and then now they're showing me from another reading we had recently that said, avoid aimless talking. So using your voice for productive words, using your voice to uplift, to upbuild. If you ain't got nothing nice to say, keep your fucking mouth shut. If you're going to be listening to music, if you're going to be singing a song, don't sing a song that you don't want to live the experience of. If it's a song you would be like, oh, fuck yeah, that's dope as fuck that just happened for me. Sing that song. Those are the songs you want to sing. Okay. So this is what we have coming out from the download message for you today. If you have a tribe logo because you purchased your membership, go ahead and put your personal request in the comments. I'm going to do your alpha and omega messages. And if I start singing by the time your request comes through, it's going to be too late. So hurry up and get that in now. I'm going to be reading 2 cards. That's plenty of time. All right. So if you purchased also your $10 US or more donation, if you sent that in for a personal live right now, go ahead and put that in where I can confirm that. And what your question is, put it all in one comment. That would be best. Okay. Here we go from the Guardian Angel Tarot. What do we have? Card number 7, Chariot Energy. Be open to success. Look at all the wonderful things you can do when you listen to your divine guidance. You've balanced so many different priorities and have come out a winner. There will be a lot of recognition and praise headed your way, but don't be shy. Allow others to shower with you with the gratitude you deserve. Yes, there is going to be people coming in showing you gratitude. A lot of the energy you put out in the past is coming, but it's coming from somewhere else, not where you sent it. Okay. From the postcard from Spirit, it says, dearest you, we here on the other side have one important thing to declare. Love is the answer to literally everything. We don't necessarily mean romantic or erotic love, although they are wonderful, but something above and beyond that. Everything alive in the world was first created by love. Spirit sends love to animate life and birth it into existence. Love is without conditions, and it is based in reverence and a fierce and joyful respect for life. Love thrives when you focus on it, and we want you to turn away from anything that causes it to wane. Love is when you no longer see yourself as other, separate from, better or less than, etc. When you act as love, you give permission to the world to thrive and grow as it will. Can you let go of what is not love and ask, what would love do? Love is waiting for you, always and forever. We just adore you over here. So that's what we have for you at this time. For your download message, we're going to go into your personal mini messages. And nope, they're showing me the Parrot Tarot. So first up, I see from Virginia. I would love a general and thank you. So let's see, what's the most valuable general message you have for Virginia at this time, please and thank you. What's the most valuable general message you have for Virginia at this time? All right, here we go. One more and take it from the palm. Here we go. Most valuable general message for you. The 9 of Swords. Okay, and it says cruelty. Okay. somewhere in your experience, there's some issues around ones who have been cruel. Where have you had the cruel bone in your body? Okay, there's something here about aligning that energy. Okay, aligning that energy to release it. Okay, to release the energy. Let me see what's at the bottom of the deck. Is the Ten of Swords. Yeah, the ruin. Okay, they want you to get out of addressing the situation like, oh my God, this is so horrible, what happened to me. What they're showing me is we don't want you to sit in victimization mode. Something happened here. It wasn't nice. It's okay, but the healing is your responsibility. So get less out of what they did to you, because yeah, you know what, that wasn't a nice thing that they did. But if your focus stays there, you're staying in victimization mode. They want you to move beyond that by saying, okay, so that was a fucked up situation, but this is what I did with it. This is what I learned. This is how I grew. This is how I freed myself from that situation. If it was nothing more than you brought it to an end and freed yourself, if that's the only positive you can find, that's a positive. Don't have that thought without leaving it in that more positive place. They're showing me the sliding switch on a dimmer light, where you just slide it up a little at a time. They're saying every time this thought about who was cruel, and don't be cruel to a love that's true. Okay, it's every time you think about a situation like that, and you replace that thought with, but this is what I did to empower myself. This is how I overcame the challenge. That's going to help you raise the vibration on that. And they said that's a very beneficial message for everybody who's still in tune, because we all have something somewhere. Okay. So that's what we have for you today. So thankful and grateful. Until next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in, love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. Kamsahamnida. Gracias. Later, baby. And I'm out.